So how do you build a profitable business online with online courses without a big budget, and how do you actually go from zero to millions in revenue? And I got a nice interesting question today that I wanted to share the answer with you, because I think you will learn quite a bit from this answer. And this is based on fact: whoever can spend the most wins. And next we will go through how you can spend the most and how you actually win in the market. If you don't know me, my name is Marko Pyhärvi. I come from Finland. I'm currently living here in Spain. I'm a co-founder of Northern Revenue Labs, and I've made about 5 million in sales online for the past few years. So let's go through the question that I got today. I run advertising in Facebook, and this particular company is running in Finland, my home country. And this person here, this Mika Juhani, has asked me, how can you get 960 clients a year to online courses? And he's saying that you need to spend about 50% of your marketing budget and to get this new customer, and he feels like it's not a good idea. So this question is in Finnish, and you can see my answer in Finnish as well. So basically he is saying that just getting 80 paying customers would require so much marketing budget that half of your revenue would go to marketing. And this question actually reveals a big misunderstanding of digital marketing, and it shows that the person is not well educated in this field. So I provided a long answer to him, and I hope he actually got ideas from that answer. Now we go next through the same answer in detail, and I hope you will learn how you actually can spend the most. Now my first question back to him was that, why wouldn't you put half of your revenue into marketing? Why not? Most people do not like this idea. Most people will not spend half of their revenue into marketing because they feel like they are not doing good business if they are spending 50% or even more to marketing. So basically, if you invest $10,000 in marketing and you get 20,000 back, that sounds like an excellent investment. You just doubled your money, right? But the thing is that marketing is not an expense. It's actually an investment that generates returns. It's an important investment that you need to make in order to win. So basically, there's a saying, whoever can spend the most wins. And this is kind of fundamental marketing principle. So the business that can afford to invest the most in customer acquisition wins the market. So basically, the company that can spend the most in investing in new customers gets the most attention through advertising. And by that, they get the most customers and they actually win in the market. So this approach requires a working business model where lifetime value, LTV, customer lifetime value, is bigger than customer acquisition cost. So customer brings you more money than you spend in getting that customer and selling to him or her. Let's have a simple example. So you have two competitors in the market. Company A that can pay $50 in order to get a new customer, and it reaches 200 customers with that budget in a certain time, let's say like 1 month. And company B can pay $100 per customer and reaches 400 new customers with the same budget at the same time. Now company B wins the market share and grows faster. And the important question that you might have in your mind is that how company B can spend much more for new customer. Are they having much more money? Do they have better investors, whatever? No, they don't need to have that. They just need to have a better strategy. And both can start with the same initial budget. Let's say both have like 10,000 budget or 2,000 budget, and they start from zero. And company A utilizes their own strategy, and company B has their own strategy, and company B happens to have a better strategy, and it's the one that we go through next. So it is based on low ticket funnel model. So this is something that has been in online business for years. This is nothing new, but this is new for most people, because most people do not spend time to learn the basics and learn the things that are required to succeed in business. So there's something called low ticket funnel, and there's a funnel model existing. And this simple picture here somehow represents the model. Actually the source of this picture is not shown. It should be down there, but for some reason it doesn't show it. Oh, there it is. I found this picture from this website, so you can find more in there. It's not my website, so it's just a reference. So basically you have something affordable in the front end of your funnel. You provide something affordable to customers, something that costs, let's say, like $7, $47, $27, $17, $19, whatever. And then you have also immediate order bumps and upsell products, one-time offers, OTO, one-time offer. You provide something valuable in addition to your main product. And then later on you have higher value backend products that are much more expensive. But you need to have something affordable in order to get a new customer, because nobody wants to pay you 10,000 just like that. But they might want to pay you 10,000, let's say, after 6 months or 1 year and so on. Here's an example from my own campaigns. This is an Excel sheet that I use for manual tracking. I have, of course, digital tracking with server-side tracking and so on, but I also like and enjoy keeping manual tracking, because it actually forces me to think about the project and not to forget it. So this is from one project where I run advertising in Facebook, and on left side we have total sales for that company per day. So these are daily sales, like 63 euros, 200 euros, 600 euros, 400 euros, and so on. And then we have also the zero VAT sales, because we need to, here in EU, we need to take into account the value-added tax. So I just remove the value-added tax. Then we have total ad spend, and we calculate the profit from zero VAT sales and so on. So basically I make pretty much every day small profit. Like here I made 30 euros, 60 euros, 300 euros, 200 euros, and then I made one day I made a little bit negative budget, so negative profit. So basically pretty much every day I make small profit with this particular campaign. And then we have the ROAS, so return on ad spend. So it's basically making me little money every day. So the fundamentals here is that with this kind of approach, your acquisition cost becomes an investment. So you spend money to advertising. Here I spent, let's say, like at that date I spent 120 euros and I made 579 euros in sales, and I made 341 euros in profit. Next day I spent 142 euros in advertising, and I made 457 in sales, and I made 222 euros in profit. So acquisition cost becomes an investment when you have a proper funnel in place. Some customers buy upsell products immediately, and then the order value, the average order value grows and you make more money. And the important thing is that with this approach, you make little money in front in the beginning, but you make big money later on, because with this approach you acquire customers, and some of those customers will spend more with you later on, once they get to know you, once they trust you, once they see your values and so on, and they understand that investing in your products makes sense. So they will spend, let's say, like 2,000 one day, or 5,000 in one day, or 10,000 in one day. So with this model, with this approach, you make little money in the beginning, and then you make big money later on. But if you don't have this kind of funnel in place, you don't have this strategy in place, you will end up spending a lot in advertising and most likely making negative profit. Most likely you will lose money, and when you lose money enough, then you then you feel fed up and you want to quit. So that's the usual approach that most people have. So let's have a simple calculation. When you have a proper funnel in place and you pay, let's say, like $50 for every single new customer, and your front-end product costs $17 to the customer. So somebody pays you $17 for a simple mini course or even an ebook and so on. And 30% of those customers buy an upsell product that costs $97. So the average immediate revenue with this model is $46. And immediate loss is $3.9 because you spend $50 in advertising and you make $46 in profit in sales, so you lose about $4 with every single customer. But the thing is that you just gained a paying customer whose lifetime value, LTV, is going to be much higher in the future if you keep on building relationship, providing value, and then selling high-ticket backend products. So your process does not stop to that one sale. Most people who are not experienced and are basically newcomers, they want to make quick and easy money, and they want to sell one product, and then they forget the customer. But professionals that are experienced know that the first sale is just the beginning of the long, lifelong or years-long relationship with that new customer. And by treating them well, providing value, building relationship, they can actually make much more with those customers in the future. Now, here's a practical example in online course businesses. This is a simple example, and then we'll have a bit more complex example. So this simple example, in this simple example, you are selling a mini course called AI Basics for Marketing, and it costs $19 for the customer to buy. And then you have also an immediate upsell offer, $97, called Complete AI Marketing Toolkit. And later on, let's say 1 week later, you sell them Advanced AI Marketing Coaching Program that costs, let's say, $497. You see the idea here, how it goes from low ticket to higher ticket. And $500 is not yet high ticket, it's basically still low ticket or mid ticket, I don't know exactly, but high ticket is more like thousands. Anyways, this was a simple example. Now let's have a bit more complex example. I don't know if you can see it well. Let's move this one away, just a second. It doesn't move. Anyways, let's go. So you have a main offer called AI Basics for Marketing that costs $19 for the customer to buy. Then you have two order bumps on the same page. One is 30 ready to use AI Marketing Prompts Library, and then the other one is AI Marketing Strategy Workbook. They cost $37 and $47 each. So some people buy either one order bump or both order bumps, and some people buy no order bumps. Then you have also an upsell sequence. You have upsell 1 and upsell 2. And you also can have downsells. If somebody doesn't want the upsell 1, you offer them downsell. And if they don't want upsell 2, you show them downsell 2. So you can actually have, like in this example, you might have like 6 different other products to offer in addition to the main product. You don't sell just the main product. You want to have some other things as well in order to increase the average customer value. Now, you have $97 upsell, and then you have $67 downsell if they decline the offer. And then you have a much more expensive upsell number 2. This is $497. And then if they decline it, you can offer them a downsell $197. And the thing is that many people buy order bumps, upsells, downsells. Because if you build the funnel correctly and actually spend time building it and enhancing it or improving it, it actually provides a lot of value to people. And when they understand that it provides value, they buy these upsells and order bumps. And that's how you bring up your customer value. Now then later on, you have a backend offer. You can offer this, let's say like 30 days later or 15 days later. You can run a webinar once a month where you sell this backend offer, this $2,000 AI marketing agency accelerator program, for example. So these are the components of the funnel. And these are the components that you need to put in place in order to be able to spend much more in advertising than most people in the market. So let's move on. So how this thing makes you profit. So here's an immediate revenue calculation. So in the starting point, you spend $50 in advertising, let's say Facebook ads or YouTube ads, to get a new customer. And 100 customers enter your funnel in certain time. Let's say like 2 months time frame, 3 months time frame. You get 100 new customers and you spend $50 to get each. So it's 50 times 100 in total ad spend. And you have the main offer, $19, and everybody buys that. So you make $1,900 immediately. Then you have 2 order bumps, and 40% of the customers buy the order bump 1 and 25% buy the order bump 2. These are numbers from real life examples, and these are real examples. So basically not every single funnel has 40% conversion rate for order bump 1 and 25% for order bump 2. Of course they differ between funnels, but these are real examples from real life. So it can be like this in your case. So let's say 40% buy order bump 1 and you make $1,480 with that one. And then with order bump 2, you make $1,175. Then you have upsell revenue, 30% by upsell 1, 15% by downsell 1, 10% by upsell 2, and 20% by upsell downsell 2. So you make these numbers with those upsells. So when you combine these different phases and you calculate the total revenue that you make immediately in this funnel, you make $16,684 with these 100 customers, and you spend $5,000 in advertising to get these customers and these sales. So you actually make some profit right away. In this case, you make $11,684 in profit. Your ROI is 234%, which is pretty good, not bad at all. So now you feel great. You think that you just made 11,000 in profit, which is good. But your sales does not stop there. You don't want to stop there because you want to make a lot more than that. You want to make millions in the long term. So you want to sell backend products. And you start selling backend products, let's say 30 days later. Once a person comes to your funnel and your world, you provide them your backend offer, let's say 30 days later, 40 days later, and so on. There you have, let's say, $2,000 with a price tag $2,000 AI marketing agency accelerator program. Sorry. You have backend offers. You can have one backend offer, or you can have multiple. And 5% of all of your customers buy the backend, and 5% is pretty normal. And this means that you make extra $10,000 in sales with this one backend offer. So now we update the numbers. We have immediate revenue, backend revenue, total revenue 26,669, total profit you make 21,000. So the new ROI is 433%. And the average lifetime value per customer is now $266. And remember, you spent $50 to get that customer. And in few months, let's say like 2 months time frame, you just made $266 with every single new customer. So the key insights here is that immediate profit is achieved despite a relatively high acquisition cost, $50, compared to the main offer. So most people who are not experienced and not educated in this field, they feel like there's no way you can make money when your product costs $19 and you spend $50 in advertising. And most people will not be willing to spend $50 in advertising in order to get one new customer. It makes no sense to them. They rather spend €3 or €5 or $5 to get a new subscriber to their email list. They feel like it's better to have people in the email list and spend much less. That's not a good idea, because you tend to get all kinds of freebie seekers to your email list. What you want to have is an email list of clients, email list of paying clients, paying customers, and you get that with this kind of strategy. So then you have order bumps and upsells that transform what would be a $31 loss per customer into $116 profit per customer in the immediate term. So with these order bumps, you actually go to profit. Without any upsells and order bumps, you would lose money all the time. If you sell just the main product, you lose money. But when you have order bumps and upsells, you start making profit. And then you have the backend sales that increase the customer lifetime value by 60% in this calculation without requiring additional acquisition costs. You don't need to spend money in advertising to sell them because they are on your email list already. So the structure allows you to outbid competitors for traffic. You can spend much more than $50 if needed. You can see that your average lifetime value after a couple of months in this calculation is $266. You can spend much more in advertising than $50. You can spend easily $100. You can spend easily $150 or even more. You still make profit. And now you have customers that can be with you for years. I have some customers that have been buying from me for more than 10 years. And that's a real business when you have customers willing to buy from you for years. All right, so each component of the funnel contributes significantly to overall profitability. Order bumps, in this case 16%, upsells, downsells 73%, and backend product 37% in this calculation. So you remember that this calculation here had only one backend product. You can have multiple backend products, and this is pretty, I would say, cheap backend product, because backend products can be much more expensive. When you have business customers, real businesses buying from you, your backend product can be a service that costs like $15,000 to buy or $20,000 to buy. and then you start making significantly more money than in this calculation here. Alrighty, let's go further. So there are critical elements for a working funnel model. Number one is that the affordable front-end product must provide genuine value. If you cannot provide value to your customer, they will never buy from you ever again. So you need to be able to provide value. You need to be able to solve their problems, show them how to solve the problems or solve the problems for them. Business in online courses is mainly about problem solving. So if you cannot solve problems, if you cannot provide any help, then you're not ready to build an online course and such a business. So in that front-end product, you must provide genuine value. Focus on solving one important problem for the customer, and they will enjoy it. They will see your value. They will like you. They will follow you, and they will buy again, and so on. Now, the second thing is that in this model is that the upsell offer must be a natural continuation to the main product. So you provide something as a main product, but the upsells are something that are natural continuation and provide more value related to that main product. And customer lifetime value must exceed your acquisition cost. If it doesn't, then you lose money and your business is going to fail. So you need to keep track everything in this model. So you need to have an effective tracking system, so-called server-side tracking. And if you like, you can also track it manually in Excel, just what I do. I just enjoy doing it in Excel as well. It's simple and easy, takes me 1 minute to update daily. All right, these are the critical elements that you must have in place. Now, the advantages compared to traditional approach is that you can scale a lot faster than competitors. You can scale your business much faster. You also have shorter cash flow cycle than most competitors. And this model builds trust incrementally. So people start trusting you and they start spending more money with you. And in the end, this process enables higher customer acquisition costs, which means that you will win in the market because you can spend more money in advertising. People see your ads much more often than competitor ads, and you basically dominate in the market. So you win in the market with this model. What I like to do is that I advertise in Facebook, sometimes in Instagram. Mainly Facebook mobile feed provides me the best results in Facebook. And then the other important channel is YouTube. I basically advertise in Facebook and YouTube. And then I have also cold email process in place. So these are my key channels for marketing my own online courses. Now, the most common challenges and their solutions are here. So most people have too high customer acquisition cost. They spend way too much in advertising in order to get one new customer. Now, in this case, if you have too high customer acquisition cost, you need to refine your target audience. You need to make sure that you are showing your ads to the right people. And you might also have poor conversion. Just a small percentage of people who see the ad actually end up buying from you. So again, in this case, you need to test different messages, different approaches, because not every single ad, every single approach that you have in your ads works. So just shoot different videos, try different texts, try different approaches in bringing your message to the people. And then if you have low upsell conversion, nobody buys your upsells, you need to improve offer relevance. If people don't buy your upsells, it means that they are not interested. It doesn't resonate with their problems and their needs. And you might also have long sales cycle. So you need to develop faster decision paths in order to speed up. Now, let's have a summary. So in the beginning, we learned that whoever can spend the most wins in the market. And this really works. This practice really works. But you need to have a funnel in place in order to win in the market. Because if you're just selling one product, one low ticket product, you have one and only product that costs $27. You are going to fail with that approach, because your lifetime value, customer lifetime value with that approach is just too small, and it's not going to be profitable with advertising. You need to have a funnel in place, and it all starts from low ticket funnel, and it ends up selling high ticket products to your customers who have bought from the low ticket funnel. And you need to have measurement and optimization in place. Measurement means server-side tracking, and you need to optimize the funnel and advertising pretty much all the time. Not every day, but continuously throughout the business life cycle. Start small, test different things, and scale working strategies. Start small and learn if it works, and if it works, then start putting more money into advertising and speeding up. Why most people fail? Now, this is an important thing to understand. Most people fail in this business. Most people who want to build an online coaching or service business, they fail. Why? And I have 2,500 customers in my coaching programs, and I've seen a lot of people during the years, and what I have learned is that most people are not ready to spend hours in learning, implementing, and optimizing the strategy. Most people are not ready to spend time in learning. Most people are lazy, and they are just looking for easy money that they actually never find. There is no that kind of easy money that people are looking for. You need to study these things. These are not too difficult. These are not very difficult to understand. But you need to sit down and start learning and then implementing. And you need to do it continuously. You need to be you need to do it every day for a certain period of time in order to succeed. You can't really succeed if you get interested and enthusiastic and you spend one weekend reading a lot, but then basically do nothing. You're not gonna succeed in that way. It might take you months or even years to learn these things, but if you really want to build a business and succeed, you need to be ready to spend time learning, implementing, and optimizing the strategy. Most people are not ready to do that. Now, next steps. Well, at this phase, just subscribe to my channel and keep on learning with me. I will shoot more videos, and also click the bell icon. You will get a notification when I upload new videos. If you have questions or comments, if you think differently about something, just comment below. I'm happy to see your comments and reply to you. And if you think that you want to learn about something that I did not cover, then just add a comment and tell me what you would like to learn, and I will shoot a video about that. It's simple as that. All right, see you next time. Ciao.